Welcome back to the channel, lads. It's episode 30 of our Blackburn Rovers career mode. Excellent start to the Premier League, excellent start to the Europa League. But in terms of injuries, we are struggling at the moment as we have about 4 players who would be in our starting 11, all injured at the moment. We've got Koulibaly, potentially the one that might be the most disruptive for us. He's so crucial for the way we play. He's going to be out for the next 3 months. You've got Daniel, who is just returning back from injury. You've got Wang Ji-won, who's still going to be out for the next 4 to 5 weeks. You have got Bonnie as well, who is going to be out for the next 4 weeks with a dislocated shoulder, I believe. It's not ideal at the moment, but as I said just before the transfer window ended, I did sort of know we would end up in this situation. I did say I like working with a 22, 23-man squad. And if we do end up getting injuries, well, that's what the youth academy is there for, to be able to promote players, which we might have to bring in a couple of youth academy players who will just sit on the bench or maybe get 1 or 2 game time. That the bench is looking awful at the moment, I've got to say. There's 2 ways we can try and resolve this, right? So we could promote from what we have in our youth academy. That's one option. And we've got quite a few options there to promote to the first team. Or we could recall some of the players on loan at the moment. For example, we have got a centre-back here, Ryan Doran, who is on loan at Southampton. He's 70 rated. He's left-footed. He's a little bit quick. He's not got the blistering pace of Koulibaly, but he's quick enough to do the job for us, whilst a backup to Flamingo and Hayden Carter, who will both be playing as our 2 starting centre-backs now, and with Koulibaly out for the next 3 months. That's one player we could recall, and we've got attacking options here to be able to help us with, well, the injury to be honest, the injury to Johan Bonny is not too bad. He's only out for 4 weeks, and recalling a player just because we have got a striker out for 4 weeks, it doesn't make too much sense. So we could just leave the likes of Crawford. We have also got the likes of Moshon as well, 71 rated. But I do think we can manage with Bonny. We have got Cantwell can play in one of those forward positions. Nene plays there. We've got Leonard. We have also got, what's his name, Tyrese Dolan, who can also give us option in one of those 2 strikers position. But what I will do, and what we have to do anyway, is promote a couple of youth academy players right now to allow us to go into the next couple of games, because we don't have a big enough squad to be able to do that. One player that I'm going to promote is the right winger, Hector Schmidt, who is 64 rated, 91 starting potential. He could end up being 94 potential right winger, which is insane. Surely going to have potential to be special. So I will promote him. He'll end up going out on loan anyway as soon as the January transfer window opens. And one more that we need promoting would be Chris King, who is again left-footed. He's 5'9" though, but he can give us cover definitely in that centre-back position if we need to rotate until Koulibaly is back. So let's go ahead and promote him to the first team there. And I'm just going to sort out the team very quickly for our first game of today's episode against a Brighton side that are doing really, really well right now. I've got to say, they are in the top 5, I believe, only a few points behind us. They're 3 points behind us. And losing this game to Brighton could mean, actually, we've got way better goal difference than them. We will have to lose by about 6-0 for them to go above us, but it should be a tough game. Without further ado, I will see you all in that one. Whenever I think about Brighton, immediately the first thing that comes to mind is recruitment. It's unbelievable how successful this team have been with recruitment. They've got some really good players in there that I can see. It looks like they have signed Moise Caicedo again back from Chelsea. I wonder how much they paid to bring him back. They've also got Wesley Fofana there, which is incredible. Jorginho Rutter, of course, in that number 10 position. Adley up front for them. But this is how we are going to line up. Morgan Gibbs-White, Dolan, and Harry Leonard are 2 strikers in this game. Dolan he's actually had some success playing in that striker position this season. Last season, he did play excellent defending there, Costello. Last season, he did play predominantly a little bit of space here for Leonard to run into. Need support though, try to go over the top. But he was never going to find that pass. He was almost sort of crowded. But yeah, going back to Tyrese Dolan, he's found some success playing in that forward positions. Last season, he played predominantly as a number 10. But this season, due to injuries and one or two things as well, Chelsea have taken the lead against West Ham. It looks like Valterberger into Diamonde. He can hit them if he finds a space. Quickly close down back to Valterberger. We're having to be very patient here. Here we go then. Tyrese Dolan cuts inside. Yes. Oh, what a block. What a chance that was. Should have been 1-0. Okay, Burrows, left foot to the far post. Dealt with, not completely. Back to Burrows. Far post again. Oh, dealt with. Costello driving forward. He's a player that divides opinion in terms of, oh, that's a good ball. That's a good ball. Tyrese Dolan. Yes. Get in. And we take the lead away from home here against Brighton. What a pass that was from Diamonde, I believe. Look at that. What a ball. The finish, though, never in doubt. He's been a handful this season playing up front for us, Tyrese Dolan. And long may he continue if he keeps scoring goals. Buckley, Valterberger. We could get the second here, you know, and that might just be game over if we go on to get a second goal here in before the end of this first half. Low pull back. Okay, can we set that up? Buckley, left foot. Oh, we are playing some banging football right now, you know. It's unbelievable. We know Brighton are going to get their own chances in this game, especially with the pace and the flair of the pace of Adley and the flair of Rutar in that number 10 position. They will create chances and they will score goal in this game. The question is, can we stop them from doing it before the end of the first half? 1 minute of stoppage time, but the referee have allowed them go into almost the third minute. It's incredible how that constantly happens in the game. Still pissed off about that goal we conceded, you know. Should not have let the game carry on almost till the 48th minute, considering it was just 1 minute of stoppage time. Good defending there from Carter. Costello inside to Buckley. Oh, that's a good run there from Tyrese Dolan, but I've decided to go for Leonard instead. Both players combining quite well. Oh, it's ended it there. We've been the much better team in this game, you know. If the referee did not allow that game to carry on, we would have been comfortably in front here. That is the only chance that I can think about that Brighton have created just before the end of the first half, and they scored from it. Let's see some substitution here. Brighton have taken off Irakunda, and Abdallah Sima is replaced him, a player that has not played much for Brighton in real life. He's gone out on a few loans, you know, to Rangers in the Scottish League, to, is it Brest he's playing for now in the French League? I think there is a player in there, you know, unfortunately not getting the game time at Brighton. Caicedo was taken off there, replaced by Ronaldo. I thought he was a fullback. I wonder how he's replacing Caicedo in midfield. Yeah, it's Adley. Oh, the shot's been blocked. We got away with one there, man. Just before the end of the second half, or just before the end of the game, we've almost conceded there again. But we've got a little bit of time here to go forward, though. Over the top from Cantwell. Schmidt, the second half substitute. Oh, can the youth academy player create something here? No. I got a little bit carried away, but we are still in possession. Morgan Gibbs-White into Nene. Nene trying to go for the far side. What an opportunity that was to finish the game just before the end of the game here. Wow, what a chance. I got a little bit carried away thinking a youth academy player, Schmidt, who we have just promoted to the first team, could have actually created an opportunity there that could have won the game. Got a little bit carried away. It fell kindly back to us, though. The chance created for Nene unfortunately, not able to take that opportunity. The fact that pretty much the only opportunity Brighton got in this game, they scored from it, the floating ball there. What the hell? The glitches in this game, man. A lot of this needs to be sorted out as soon as possible. And Manchester City are beginning to take control of the league now, 6 points clear of Liverpool. I think their last game was against Liverpool. They won that game. They must have won anyway to go 6 point clear. And let's take a look. Was it? Yes, it was against Liverpool. 2-1 victory there away from home. And coincidentally as well, recording this on a Sunday, I might probably upload this video on a Monday or Tuesday. But on the day of recording this, it is a Manchester City Liverpool in real life. And if Liverpool should win that one, I'm a Liverpool fan, of course. If we should win that game, we go 11 points clear of City. And I think we're about 9 points clear of Arsenal at this stage. And from their fantastic victory, by the way, Arsenal 5-2 against West Ham. And last night, I thought it was a really good game from an Arsenal's perspective. They dominated every single aspect of that game. And of course, corners, you give them corners these days. It feels like it almost feels like you're giving David Beckham on his prime or Lionel Messi a free kick. That's how frequent they score from the corners right now, Arsenal. We are facing them, the 10th in the league, not doing too well this season. Last season, I think they lost twice, or we lost twice to them last season. We really struggled to come up or to face this Arsenal team last season. They've got some exciting, pacey attacking players, which makes it hard to defend against them. And the fact that we don't have Koulibaly in this game might just be very, very tricky for us. Pickering playing as the right back, he will struggle being left-footed playing as a right back, but we don't have any other choice. And the likes of Dolan and Cantwell starts up front as well, resting the likes of Leonard and Nene, who will probably at some stage, at some point, come off the bench for this one. I actually think of all the teams that I've faced in the Premier League till date with this Blackburn Rovers side, Arsenal have got the best defence. Don't get me wrong, at this stage they have sold the likes of Saliba, they have sold the likes of Gabriel as well, if I'm not mistaken, but somehow they still manage to defend incredibly well. They have got that Rafael Varane's region that we just briefly looked at in the summer transfer window. Lemoyne has scored 92 rated already and 20 years of age. It's incredible. But let's take a look here at your starting 11 in a second. Just before that, here is the look of our starting 11 again. As I said, Dolan starting up front with Cantwell. He should give us that, to keep the midfield compact. Lemoyne starts for them. They've got Lewandowski who starts for them in this game. You know what? That might actually be good news for us. I know it's crazy to say this because Lewandowski is a fantastic striker, one of the best to ever do it in that position. Oh, no mistake there. No, it's Lewandowski. No. Oh my God. Speak of the devil. He's almost punished us there just when I was about to say that might be good news for us, because one thing that we have struggled a lot against this Arsenal team is the pace of Openda and who's the other striker they have got? I'm not quite sure, but they have got another striker that usually ask us a lot of questions. Usually they go with two pacey strikers, but this time they have gone with Lewandowski. Time is stolen! Yes! He gets back-to-back goals in the Premier League. Oh, he scored a good goal against Brighton, and he scored an even better one here against Arsenal. He didn't have too much time here, as the goalkeeper was off his line pretty quickly. The goalkeeper had a touch to it, but not able to stop that one from going into the back of the net. And what a start here, man. God, they might just be the only team that we haven't won against so far in the Premier League. Oh, what a chance, or what a strike, I should say, because it was not a clear-cut opportunity. It was a long-range sort of effort, saved comfortably though by Bazunu. Come on. I was about to say that's a good ball, but Lemoyne, yet again, he's an absolute unit of a defender, man. Can't believe he's only 20 and 92 rated. I can't think of. This is one thing that does my head in, right, with the regions. In the history of football, what say? No! In the history of football, I cannot think of a 20 years of age centre back that would have been 90 rated. Excellent skills there by Buckley to cut inside. Can you think about it? Let me know in the comments. I can't think of a 20 years of age centre back who will be 92 rated. Oh, cross Dolan! No, he's not the biggest of players. He's not the best from headed opportunities. But that was close. Was it as close as I thought? No, it wasn't that close. Out wide, Burrows. Good ball, Dolan dropping short. Oh, that is lovely. Morgan gives wide. No, with the sort of form he's been in. Our top scorer in the Premier League, our top scorer in our competition. With the sort of form he's been in, you would expect him to score that one. Oh, that might actually come back to haunt us, you know. Tavares driving forward, but it's been taken out there by Pickering. That's one of the things again. He's gone into that slide tackle with the wrong foot, but then again, he's left-footed. He's got to go with his left foot, or he's got to go with his opposite foot for the tackle. But because he's playing as a right back in this game, it makes it difficult. These sorts of little details, you see, why coaches prefer right-footed player on the right-hand side, left-footed player on the left-hand side. These little bit of details, they do make a lot of difference, you know, especially in a professional football game where every single details matters. But good half here. It's only a matter of time before Arsenal get that equaliser here, isn't it? They've started the second half much better than us, as you'd expect, though. Koulibaly, excellent. You'd expect that from them, though. They're on paper, they are better, or way better than us at this stage. They are a bigger club than us. You'd expect this sort of scenario. Koulibaly again. He's going to deal with all those crosses. If that is how Arsenal intend to get the equaliser here, they will have a long day putting in crosses like that into the box. He's an absolute unit, man. I keep saying I would recommend that signing to anyone. He's quite cheap as well from Dortmund, who looks like they've got no intention of keeping him. He's struggled with injuries in real life. He's been out on loan a couple of times. But what a player he looks like, on the game at least. Fantastic player. I don't know who came off the bench there for Arsenal, but substitutions of our own. Tyrese Dolan and being replaced here by Nene, who's got pace. There's Williams out wide to Openda. Haven't really seen much of Openda in this game. Oh, beautiful Burrows. Here's the space there. Come on, can we make this count? Cantwell, who's had an absolute blinder of a game. Todd Cantwell to Leonard, the second half substitute. Oh, Harry Leonard! Get in, son. What a goal. Cantwell is had a sublime game here. I mean, you know what? That might actually be a decent little position for him, playing up front for us. He doesn't have to worry much about the defensive duties. But whenever he gets on the ball, there's something about him. He's just so smooth on the ball, isn't he? Come on, clean sheet now is what we asked for. Oh, he's offside. He's offside. At the start of the game, a point would have been okay for us, but being having 2-goal advantage, yeah, there is the other striker. I told you at the start of the game, right, that if they do score here, it would only be just a consolidation goal for them. But Bazuni is having none of those. He wants his clean sheets. I told you at the start of the game, right, that Lewandowski starting this game, as crazy as it was to say, it was actually good news for us, because normally they will start with Openda and Jonathan David, who came off the bench then, and both pacey players getting in behind. It does cause a lot of troubles. But having Lewandowski, who haven't got that pace anymore, better finisher clearly, but that pace to get him behind, sometimes is everything on this game. That we started the Europa League so well. We're top of the table in the Europa League right now, I believe. Yes, we are. I'm level on point though with the likes of Manchester United and Wolfsburg. And if you look at the top eight, where we want to finish, only 3 points separate the top eight. And the last time we had a look at Celtic, they were struggling badly, but look what a couple of wins can do for you. All of a sudden, they're now a point behind those playoffs or behind the automatic sort of places to go on to the next rounds of the Europa League. We have to rotate against Marseille. We have to. I know it's a tough game for us, and to get something out of this game, even though we are at home, Marseille are a really good team, and to be able to get something out of this game would be good for us. But look how many games that we have to play from now till the end of December. We've got Liverpool, we've got West Ham in the cup, we've got Palace, Manchester United, and we have got Fulham as well. A lot of games. If we had everyone fit, it would have been much better for us. But you don't actually realize how bad it is looking right now. Look at these. All four players injured here would have started. All four of those. The good news is that Neil is not too far away now. In the next week or so, he should be back playing first team football again. Koulibaly, 3 months. Bonny, the next couple of weeks, he should be back. And Wang Jae-won, the next 3 to 4 weeks, he should be back as well. But it's not looking good for us right now in terms of injuries. But we've got a huge game here. Sixth game of the Europa League, I believe. We're at home to the French side, one of the very best French side. Not in recent times, of course, but history shows they are one of the very best French football teams out there. He's in the form of his life right now, isn't he? Harry Leonard. It's a shame for him because he would maybe be playing a lot more games for us. But last season, picking up a broken toe as well as a dislocated shoulder, I think keeping him out total of over 4 months of football he missed last season, and that massively did halt his development. And as such, we decided to go for Johan Bonny this season, who's been fantastic for us. Although I would like to see him get more goals in the league. He's scoring a lot in the Europa League. Harry Leonard talking about scoring a lot. He scored 5 goals in 5 games in the Europa League this season, which is unbelievable. I've started with the King, who is the young youth academy centre back, who's only 5'11", starting in this game against Marseille. We have to make changes. The fact that we're struggling with injuries right now. Marseille have got some good players in there, likes of Endo, Mason Greenwood. They've got Malario, they've got Harit and Bemba. They've got Rongier in there as well. Some good players in that Marseille team, as Harry Leonard have been called offside here. Celtic have taken the lead in their Europa League game. Oh, that's poor defending. Murillo have got the better of him. Oh, no. That's just awful defending from the right-hand side, isn't it? That is just poor defending, man. Murillo with an excellent cross there. I'm not sure the goal scorer, though. When you can see the goal like that, man, it just brings the mood down, doesn't it? Just brings the mood down, and all of a sudden, from looking like the better team in the first 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes of this game, it's all Marseille right now. I'm a little bit shocked how bad they're doing in the Europa League group phase. They've got some really good players in this team, man, and they should be doing much better than the Europa League table suggests at the moment. Going for the far side here, they are dominating the last 15 minutes of this game, man. Come on, we need a goal before the break. Morgan Gibbs White, 10. He can hit it. Oh, straight to the goalkeeper. I thought he was going to get up on time. He's not injured, is it? Oh, no, he's not injured. It took him a while to get up there. I thought he was injured for a second. But Travis, inside to Diamonde. Oh, yes, Nene, get it. Yes. Left foot of his is just a wonderful left foot he's got, isn't it? Never in doubt when he finds himself in those sort of position. Is he the best signing we have made in this side? Is he the best? Look at that for a ball from Diamonde again. The thing with Diamonde, right, is one of the reasons he's able to play every game constantly, consistently, it's his stamina. I mean, he plays. He could play 2 or 3 games in a. He could play back-to-back games on the same day. That's the level of stamina he's got. It's just amazing, man. Jimonde, and what a ball there to find Nene. Of course, Nene had a lot to do there to get the finish. I tried to go long immediately just before the end of the break, but it did not quite work out on that occasion. I still feel like we can win this game, although it's a really weak squad that we have, a really weak team, I should say. No, Mason Greenwood. Oh, I was just about to say, although it's a really weak team that we have put out here, I still do think we can get something out of this game. But this changes things now. How has he managed to get in front of Flamingo there? How has he managed to find himself in that position, finishing? Never in doubt with Greenwood. Monday. Talking about Mason Greenwood, by the way, what a shame, man. The career that I think that kid would have had, of course, off the pitch matters. Oh no, off the pitch matters. It's not even something that I want to get into, but his career would have gone a different way. He's doing quite well in the French league, scoring a lot of goals for Marseille this season, one of the top scorers. The game is clearly gone, isn't it? It's damage limitation. Now we're trying to avoid to not concede too many goals here. King, who he's had a tough time here, man. No, he's had a really tough time. And the youth academy centre back starting this game. Mason Greenwood with a brace. It's a difficult game to play him, but then I do have the opinion that if you're good enough, you can play any game. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how old you are. If you're good enough, you would stand out in any game. It's awful. It's awful to watch, and we've just lost it. As soon as we conceded that third goal, Adrian Rabiot here, who came off the bench. They've got some good players, man. How are they struggling? Clearly not struggling in this game, but overall, they have struggled in the Europa League. For such a good team, they should be doing so much better, but they decided to turn it up against us here. Maybe it was the wrong game to rotate heavily, but the fact that we've got 4 players who would be starting game for us injured, it doesn't help. It really doesn't help, and that means I've had to rest some of the bigger names or some of our better players to avoid more injuries, which could be a lot worse for us as the season progresses. But good victory for them. It could harm the confidence a bit. But Anfield is not a place you want to go to on the back of a 5-1 defeat in the Europa League. But it is what it is. The fact that we've got a handful of players injured at the moment. Daniel is back. That's good news. Not fit enough to start this game against Liverpool, but I'm sure we will see him play some part of that game off the bench, probably the last 20 minutes or the last half an hour or so. I tell you what, I cannot wait to have him back in that starting 11. We will still manage to put out a team that is competitive out there. I mean, it's just a case of if we need to change things off the bench, that might be difficult for us. Both teams are level on points. After 15 games, we've just got the better of the goal difference with Manchester City 5 points, or how many points? 6 points above both teams there. And West Ham in third, they have played a game more, so losing to Liverpool means we will still remain in the top 3, which it's good news for us, isn't it? It is a big news for us, but that is the starting 11. Dolan and Nene gets to start up front, so Cantwell just behind them, and Rankin Costello in that right-back position. And of course, with Koulibaly injured, it's Flamingo and Hayden Carter starting as our 2 centre-backs for this one. I might be a little bit biased here being a Liverpool fan, but in my opinion, the most electrifying stadium, the most electrifying atmosphere in the Premier League, followed by Selhurst Park of Crystal Palace. That is not a place you want to go to, Selhurst Park. If you're losing at Selhurst Park, man, it can be a nightmare situation. I've noticed as well, Anfield is the only stadium where they show, the players walking out. They get to show that Liverpool sort of flags, and you get one or two players touching it. That's something that usually happens in real life, and I like the way EA has implemented it into the game. You would want to see it happen for a few more teams, not touching the crest, but you would want to see that sort of walkout for a few more teams in the game. But I suppose it is what it is, isn't it? They've got Brobby. Is it Brobby starting up front for them? The former Ajax striker, it looks like, playing for, I think he's still at Ajax in real life. I do remember Eric Ten Hag and rumours of Manchester United trying to sign him before they ended up going for Højlund. The touch bad there, though, from Ruben Diaz, it looks like, who is tracking his man back now. Just keep possession, lads. Calm down, relax. Let's get into things at Anfield here. Not an easy place to feel comfortable in the opening minutes of a game. I mean, I'll take a draw here. I'll honestly take a draw right now and walk away. It will be a tough game, no doubt. Manchester City have taken the lead. Semer away from home here, the Manchester derby. It's a good start from the away side in that game, and they're just going to keep on winning on there. Robbie, finishing has been one of the biggest issues. He's playing more out wide. Look, they don't have any centre forward right now. He's clashed with his own player there, thankfully, because with the way he was running forward, we weren't going to stop him. It's Rodrigo. Not a bad player to replace Salah at Liverpool, is it? Rodrigo from Real Madrid. They've still got a good team, although slightly weaker, I would say. Costello to Valterberger. Oh, that's a good ball to Cantwell, who's been playing quite well in the last few games. This is the most consistent he's been for us. That's one of my issues with him. He's injured there. No way, Todd Cantwell. One of my issues with him has been consistency. But I tell you what, in the last few games, that's the most consistent he's been in this save. I said I'll take a draw in this game. We have managed to hang on to a 0-0 going into the break. Liverpool have been the much better side. We have been, quite frankly, poor in this game in terms of creating anything or even putting a few passes together. We've been a little bit poor in this game. I will have to take off Todd Cantwell here, isn't it? He's not recovered from that. It might be a dislocated shoulder, or maybe it might just be a bruise. I'm leaning towards the bruise right now. That means he's going to be out for a few days. It didn't look quite serious, but rather than making it worse, I will take him off there. Harrison Burrows giving away possession yet again. We haven't been at our best in this game, but we're still in it. And that's the most important thing. Hayden Carter is getting chased down by 3 Liverpool players. He manages to find Burrows, though. That's a good run. Oh, that's a good run from Tyrese Dolan. But Ben White, Valterberger, Morgan Gibbs-White. That's beautiful. We're beginning to get into the game here. It's taking a little bit of time, but we would. Oh, outside of his foot, Morgan Gibbs-White. I was going to say it's taking a little bit of time, but we would rather have it late, or we would rather have it late than not having it at all. Substitution here, Curtis Jones coming off the bench there. Who is he replaced? Has he replaced Bayetic? But Berger and Nene being replaced here by the way, what a moment for him. He's been out for the last 3 months, Daniel. I did say at some point we will see him in this game coming off the bench. We have really missed him, I've got to say. We have actually missed him. One of those players that, if you work possession into the edge of the box, he's got lethal long-range finishing on this game at least. And he controls tempo of games for us as well. We have really missed him. Oh my God. How is Liverpool not winning this game? That has been one of the issues when we have faced them. It's finishing. Deal with that one. Excellent. Koulibaly. No. 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 We got away with one there. Why do I keep saying Koulibaly? Koulibaly is injured. He's injured. It's Flamingo. I've said Koulibaly a couple of times. That's how good he's been for us this season. That even when he's out, I'm still mentioning his name. I thought that was gonna be a penalty there for the second. Awful decision, by the way, from the referee. The ball, it was a tackle from Flamingo. He played an advantage. I don't know why he's playing an advantage rather than giving a penalty. But then he pulled it back to book him, and I thought he's pulled it back for the penalty, but it was only for the booking. Jumonde going for the long range there. We have actually grown into the game in the last 15, 20 minutes of the game, which is good to see, but a little bit too late. One opportunity, wow. Smashing the crossbar. Oh my God. This would have been one of the biggest smash and grab of the season if that had gone in. We've got one last defending to do here. Oh, that's bad touch. Flamingo at the right place at the right time. My man of the match for me in this game. I thought he gave away penalty in the last 5 minutes or so of the game, but the referee decided to play the advantage and book him instead. But other than that, he did not put a foot wrong in this game. Excellent defending for most parts of it. And I tell you what, with Koulibaly injured at the moment, we're going to need one or two of our centre-backs to step up and produce performances like this. I would have taken the draw at the start to keep a clean sheet even better. It's not getting any better for us right now in terms of injuries. We must be the most sort of plagued team in the amount of injuries we've had. Oh, he's only out for 5 days, which it's not bad. Todd Cantwell is going to miss the Carabao Cup game, I believe, against West Ham, but not too serious. And Wang Jae-won is back as well. Although when you get this message, it just means that they're just back to sort of light sessions. It will take the next 2 to 3 weeks for him to see him back playing first team football. We got the same message for Daniel, and I mean, he's only just played in the Liverpool game, which took him about 2 to 3 weeks. But the good news is, so Cantwell's injury is not as serious as I might have feared earlier on. I've never want to say something like this just because I want to win every game. I try to win every game. Even games that are impossible to win, I still at least go for it. I never go into a game thinking, I want to lose this game, if you know what I mean. But getting knocked out in the Carabao Cup, it might not be a bad thing for us, given the fact that we're having to rotate heavily right now. Our starting 11 here, most of the players in the starting 11, there would have been players in our first season in the championship. I didn't think we still had that many players from our championship days, but Pearson goal, Pickering, and Buckley starting, Carter starting as well. Of course, he's been a mainstay for us in that team. But so many players in there are from our championship season, facing up against a West Ham side here who look quite good. They have rotated slightly. Earthy starts for them. I say rotated. He scored about 5 or 6 goals in the Premier League. At some point, he was one of the top scorers. And they have got, is it Maxwell Cornet starting there for them as well? It's a strong team from West Ham, heavily rotated. King starts for us. The last game he started, we were awful against Marseille. I don't think it's going to be anything like that, purely because after we conceded the third goal against Marseille, to be honest, the heads just dropped. I got a little bit frustrated, and we ended up going on to concede 2 more. It's so difficult as well when you're commentating and when you're losing. Yeah, people don't realize that. If you've ever tried to do this before, doing the commentary whilst you're playing the game, when you're losing, when you're winning, it's much fun to do. But when you're losing, oh my God, it can be irritating because all you want to do is focus and try and get your team back. But at the same time, oh, the shot's blocked. Is he going to keep it alive? Yes, he is. He's onside as well. Cross. Oh, that's poor cross there from him. Come on. We get the block. No crosses into the box. West Ham can be good from crosses. Is Kudus. Is he playing as a number 10 in this game? I've seen him a lot more centrally. That's excellent, Daniel. He started this game as well. He came off the bench for a little bit of a cameo against Liverpool, but he's fit enough to start this one. And that there is what we have missed from him. His aggressiveness, tenacity. Morgan Gibbs-White, ever so present for us. Probably the most influential sign, record signing this season. A record signing in the save. Blackburn Rovers' record signing. You would expect consistent performance from him. Oh, what a chance. But to be honest, I didn't expect him to be this consistent for us. We are going to make some substitutions, taking off the tired. We've taken off the tired Costello, replacing him with Diamonde. Now that means Diamonde is going to go into midfield, and then Buckley would do that job in the right back position, which he's done a few times already this season. So that should not be an issue for him whatsoever. Travis now into Neil. Neil to Schmidt, the other youth academy player who started this game. Good ball to Neil. Oh, the shot's been blocked. Tell you what, we haven't looked out of place, even if Diamonde out wide, Pickering, drive forward now. Leonard, touch good to come inside. Oh, he's going to make the run. Morgan Gibbs-White, here we go. Left foot, Morgan, yes, never in doubt. He's just, I don't know what. I'm trying to think of the closest player that I have used and that I can compare to Morgan Gibbs-White, and honestly, no one comes to mind. No one comes to mind. What a finish from him. It's left foot, right foot, long range, one-on-one, from impossible angles. He just makes the finishing look so much better. He's been taken off now, though. Tyrese Dolan is going to replace him for the remainder of the game. I'm trying to think about a player that I've used that's similar to him. Nothing comes to mind at the moment, but I'm sure once I think about it a little bit, I'll be able to compare him to someone that I've used on the game. But anyway, let's forget about that for a second. We've got some defending to do here. Straight from kicking off after conceding. West Ham are going forward. Oh no. No, man. What a nice goal there. The 10 from him. Goodmanson. The 10 as well. How's he managed to get away from Carter there, man? We win the header. Yes, we have King with a good header. Daniel into Diamonde. 3 minutes to go here. Can we create something? Otherwise, it's going to be penalties. Oh, the little bit of space opened up there. What a save from the goalkeeper. Albert Goodmanson has been taken off. He's being replaced by West Ham's number 8. Are they going to show his name before we take the corner? No, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is that West Ham have brought on. Oh yeah? Have they got Vladimir Kufal as their most forward player from defending a corner? Some of the things that happens in this game doesn't make sense. But Kufal to Kudus. Kudus to Earthy. No! What a chance. What an opportunity for West Ham to win the game. It's Piers in goal for us. Not today, Piers says. What a save. And this one goes into penalties. And it's anyone's game, of course, when it goes into penalties. I've made a decision here that my first 3 penalties, I will go to the top left-hand side here. I've made that decision. Nene, top left. Here we go. The first 3, I'm going to go to the top left. Where is he going to go? I thought he was going for bottom left there, but he's going for top right instead. Kudus. Daniel, top left again. Easy, easy. Even if the goalkeeper went the right direction there, he was never going to save that one. Oh, he saved it. He saved it. I've gone the same direction as the last time. Top left again. Yes. That is the first 3 out of the way. I might change positions now in the next one. Bottom right this time. I will go top right now for this one with Diamonde. Go the opposite direction. Oh, yes. It's so easy. It's so easy. And if West Ham should miss, we are going to the next round, to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Is he going to miss? Oh, Penanka, that's cheeky. You know what? Our final kick here, which is going to be Scott Travis, I'm going to go for the Penanka as well. I was cheeky. Why not be cheeky of my own? Penanka, is the goalkeeper going to move? And sends Bonu to the wrong direction. And the Penanka wins us the game. Scott Travis sends us to the next round. He's been crucial to our cup runs. Last season, he scored some important goals. The screamer he scored against, was he Swansea? I can't remember now, but that was crucial to us going to win the FA Cup last season. It's been so good in the cup games. Wow, what a game. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And our reward for going past West Ham in the quarterfinals, it's a game against Liverpool. We could have faced Preston North End. We could have faced Chelsea. I believe that would have been a less tougher opponent for us compared to a game against Liverpool. But it is what it is. If you want to win any of these cup competitions, you've got to beat the best teams. And Liverpool, one of the best teams in the Premier League right now, that did come away with a 3-1 victory at the Merseyside derby there. Chelsea, of course, winning 2-1 against Wolves. Preston North End won on penalties against Arsenal, which was a little bit of a surprise there. But in the Premier League, Manchester City have extended the gap now to 8 points. It looks like they must have got a win. Yeah, they got a 1-0 victory away from home in the Manchester derby. We're still level on points with Liverpool, just slightly better than them. Goal difference, hence we're second. West Ham in fourth. Brighton in fifth. Chelsea, you've got the likes of Spurs, Newcastle, Manchester United, and Aston Villa completing the rest of the top 10. Bottom three, you've got Leeds United, Brentford, and Wolverhampton Wanderers. Two of those teams have just been promoted to the Premier League, or back to the Premier League, I should say, this season. But smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new to it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.